Well, hello, Very Basic Bible at BG Allen Very Basic Bible at YouTube. Go tell your friends, go tell your family, everybody. Search YouTube for BJ Very Basic Bible if they want to learn the Bible. All right, guys. Very Basic Bible topic. Short topics. This will not give you all the information on the topic. This will not give you all the understanding about the topic. This might not even end up going through the topic. These are short videos meant to show you how to look up stuff on a specific topic, learn about it, and learn about other stuff in the process. So if you're like, I wanted everything I wanted to know about, I had one called herds and flocks. I want to know everything about it. We hardly even talk about herds and flocks. I want to know everything about the will of God. I have one video topic over the will of God. We hardly learn about it. We're learning how to look this stuff up. Okay, guys, here we go. Share screen. We pick ourselves a random verse. John 2, why not? I have one, John 4. John 14. Let's do John 2. Let's go down a little bit. All right, here we go. Jesus, okay, we'll start here. Jesus knows what is in a man. Jesus at a Passover feast at a Passover. Okay. Now, when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover during the feast, many believed in his name as they observed his signs which he was doing. But Jesus, on his part, was not entrusting himself to them because he knew all people and because he did not need anyone to testify about mankind, for he himself knew what was in mankind. Okay. Jerusalem. Everybody knows about Jerusalem. Let's go take a gander. Jerusalem. Look at it. Hey, that's like the book of the Bible. The city. There's not a book of the Bible called Jerusalem. That's like the city of the Bible. It's been a city forever. Everybody knows about it. Look at this grieving over Jerusalem. Jerusalem, who kills the prophets. Wait. Who kills the prophet? I had somebody making stuff up. Jerusalem kills prophets. This is Jesus. Let's here in context. Truly I say to you, all these things will come upon this generation. Read the full chapter. Then Jesus spoke to the crowds and to his disciples, saying, now, right here, if you read, there's a parenthesis. There's a parenthesis. Parentheses. Now, you never see a closed parentheses here or here. Jesus keeps talking. Open parentheses, no closed one. Open parentheses, no closed one. You get down all the way to the bottom. Open, no closed one. So here's Jesus. What does Jesus say? Jerusalem, Jerusalem, who kills the prophets and stones those who have been sent to her. Man. Really? I thought Jerusalem was like the big important, like big bad city, and it was good and it was great, and Jesus liked it. He went to it. He went there. The temple is in Jerusalem. How often I wanted to gather your children together, the children of Jerusalem, to get, the people who live there, the Jews, the Jewish people, the way a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, and you, the children of Jerusalem, were unwilling. Somebody or something is stopping Jesus from gathering. I wanted to gather your children together, Jerusalem, but sorry, Jerusalem, you are unwilling to let me gather your children. And then 38 lays, behold, your house is being left to you desolate. The house, your family, your dynasty, your lineage, your group. Desolate, being left to you desolate. Jerusalem is not in a giant house. They didn't, Jerusalem is a city that's sitting on a patch of land, right? You got walls around the city, and then you build a house that's so large. That'd be a huge house. That's not what we're talking about whenever it says your house is being left to you desolate. Jerusalem, they don't carry it and set it inside of a house. That would be really large people. No, the house as in the dynasty, the family of Jerusalem, the all the Jews in Jerusalem itself, the concept, going to be left desolate. That's no good. Well, wow, that's something neat about Jerusalem, huh? Let's go look at other stuff. When did Jerusalem first appear in the Bible? It's like, wait, BJ, why did Jerusalem say that about Jesus? I'm sorry. Why did Jesus say that about Jerusalem? Why did Jesus say that about Jerusalem? Remember, very basic Bible topic. We're not going to learn everything. We're just going to learn how to learn some things. I'm just going to look it up. All right. Joshua 10:1. Joshua, a few hundred years, over 1,000 years before Jesus. Now it came when Adonai-Zedek, king of Jerusalem, heard that Joshua had captured Ai. Is that the same Jerusalem, you think? Maybe. Ai and Jericho was the first city Joshua defeated when they go into the promised land. Ai is the second city Joshua defeated when they go in the promised land. Joshua defeats 2 cities, and they're in the promised land. They're in Canaan. Jerusalem is in Canaan. Okay. So there's Jerusalem. Could be the same Jerusalem. But Adonai-Zedek, king of Jerusalem, heard that Joshua had captured Ai and had utterly destroyed it, just as he had done to Jericho and its king. So Joshua had done to Ai and its king. Joshua destroyed them. And that the inhabitants of Gibeon had made a peace with Israel and within their land. Yeah, so that happened too. Okay. So this is verse 3. So we got a missing verse, but that's okay. King of Jerusalem sent word to Hoham, king of Hebron, Piram, king of Jeremoth, to Japhia, king of Lachish, and to Deborah, king of Eglon, saying, now what does he say? No, we're missing verse 4, verse 3, verse 4, but verse 5. So the 5 kings of the Amorites, the king of Jerusalem, the king of Hebron, the king of Jeremoth, the king of Lachish, king of Eglon, king gathered together and went up with all their armies and camped by Gibeon and fought against it. They're going to go fight against Gibeon. Why? Gibeon had made peace with Israel. I bet that's why. We're not told. But is this the same Jerusalem? I'm not sure. Might be, might not be. Not very sure. Okay. So they brought these 5 kings out from him from the cave. The king of Jerusalem, the king of Hebron, the king of Jeremoth, the king of Lachish, the king of Eglon. Oh, those 5 kings were in a cave. Yeah. He brings them out and I think he kills them all. I guess they hid in a cave and then they hey, capture him. The king of Jerusalem won the king. So it's just the king of Jerusalem, the same city, because they're still in Joshua. Look at this. There's the Jerusalem. The border went up. Where did the border go up to? The valley of Ben Hinnom, to the slope of Jebusite on the south. That is Jerusalem, the south. The slope of Jebusite on the south is Jerusalem. I thought Jerusalem was a city with a king. It's a slope too. It's on a slope. Maybe is that the same? Different names. If we were to look at a map and we were to plot all this out, we might find here's Jerusalem by the Jebusite on the slope of the south or whatever. The slope of the Jebusite on the south near the valley of Ben Hinnom. We might be able to find it. We might not, though. I'm not a map person. I'm just trying to read the words of the text. Now, as for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the sons of Judah could not drive them out. So the Jebusites live with the sons of Judah to this day. Okay, look at this. The slope of the Jebusite on the south, that is Jerusalem. And now as for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the sons of Judah could not drive out. Okay. Look at Zelah, Haleph. Now this is still Joshua 15, Joshua 18. Zelah, Haleph, the Jebusite city, that is Jerusalem. Gibeath, Kiriath, 14 cities with their villages. Like I said, we could look this up and see if this Jebusite city of Jerusalem is the same as Adonai-Zedek, king of Jerusalem. Now down here, what's this? The 5 kings of the Amorites. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are the Jebusites Amorites? And they could be. The people who live in Jerusalem who are Jebusites. You think they would be Adonites, Adonizedekites, but they're Jebusites. So maybe that's not the same Jerusalem. Maybe it is. I'm not sure, All right. Judges 1. Jerusalem is captured. Oh, okay. I see. Adonai-Bezek. 70 kings with their thumbs and their big toes cut off used to gather up scraps under my table. I have done the God he repaid. So they brought him to Jerusalem and he died there. Oh, this guy, Adonai Bezek. They brought him to Jerusalem and he died there. Then the sons of Judah fought against Jerusalem and captured it. Struck it. Oh, so they finally captured. But the sons of Benjamin did not drive the Jebusites out who lived in Jerusalem. So the Jebusites have lived with sons of Benjamin in Jerusalem to this day. So you still got a Jerusalem city with Jebusites in it. They finally captured it. They take this king there, this king who cuts people's toes off. What the heck? This king Adonai, or whoever this is, Adonai Bezek. 70 kings with their thumbs and their big toes used to cut off, used to gather scraps under my table. And as I have done, so God has repaid me. So God has repaid. Oh, maybe now he's going to gather scraps under somebody's table. Well, actually, so they brought Adonai Bezek to Jerusalem and he died there. It seems to be the same Jerusalem because verses 1:7, verse 1:8, the very next, they fought against Jerusalem. Verse 21, same chapter, Judges chapter 1, same chapter. The sons of Benjamin did not drive out the Jebusites who lived in Jerusalem. I'm guessing it's the same city. So he got up, left the place opposite of Jebusites, that is Jerusalem. So somebody else is going to Jerusalem. Okay. David took the Philistines' head and brought it to Jerusalem. David kills Goliath. He brings it to Jerusalem, but he put Goliath's weapon in his tent. Why did David go to Jerusalem? I guess they captured it. Are there still Jebusites living there? I don't know. Hebron, who is he? Whole chapter. And all the tribes of Israel came to David at Hebron and said, behold, all the tribes of Israel came to David at Hebron. Behold, we are your bone and flesh. Previously, when Saul was king over us, you were the one who led Israel out and in. And the Lord said to you, you will shepherd my people Israel, and you will be a leader over Israel, David. Not Saul, you will be. So all the elders of Israel came to King David, came to the king at Hebron, and King David made a covenant with them. Where is it at? At Hebron, David reigned over Judah for 7 years and 6 months, and in Jerusalem, he reigned 33 years. That's where he took the head of Goliath, remember? And look at this. Now the king and his men went to Jerusalem against the Jebusites. The Jebusites are still in Jerusalem. But David reigned in Jerusalem for 33 years. So we can see that this is the same Jerusalem now. Okay. David reigns in Jerusalem. And I'm going to tell you, the place where David reigned is the same Jerusalem of the New Testament. How do you know, BJ? Continue to look it up. This is supposed to be a quick Bible topic lookup. Okay. Stop share. So, hey, we've looked up a little bit about Jerusalem, that city. We've seen more than just some city that Jesus went to in the New Testament, and that they hung Jesus on a cross outside of Jerusalem. We found out more than that. Pretty cool, huh? Now go look up more about it. Okay, guys. See y'all on the next Very Basic Bible.